Yo, what's good? It's your girl Tootsie and you're watching Tootsie Time, and I'm back with another story time. I know you guys love these, so here goes the time I almost fainted while in the middle of a fight, okay? So this happened when I was living in Florida. So for those of you who are new, here's a quick backstory. I was born in the UK. I moved to Florida when I was 2 years old. I lived in Florida until I can't remember what age. I moved to New Jersey, I moved to New York, and then I moved back to Florida, and then I moved back to the UK when I was 14 years old. So I've lived in America from ages 2 to 14, and now I'm currently living in the UK. So this was in Fort Lauderdale, and when I was living in Fort Lauderdale, I'm thinking I was between the ages of 11 and 12, okay, because I was in middle school. So I was friends with this girl named Melissa. She was real cool. We were cool. I wouldn't say we were best of friends, but we were kind of close, like we were really close. So it always used to be us hanging out together all the time. It was just us two. She was really tall too. She was really, really tall. She was like the tallest girl in the class, and I always just used to hang out with her. So I remember one day there was a new boy who came into school. So we had a new kid in class, and everybody was trying to be his friend because he looked kind of cool. Like he had his nice little shape up shop, everything. He was wearing like the latest sneakers. He looked kind of cool. So everybody was trying to be his friend, as we noticed. So me and Melissa noticed everybody was trying to be his friend, and Melissa said she liked him. So she wanted to go and talk to him. I was like egging her on, like, yeah, talk to him, whatever. And I don't know what got into this girl today, but she must have lost her damn mind because she decided it would be cute to get rude to me and make fun of me in front of this boy for what, brownie points. Now, if you guys watched any of my other story times from when I was living in Florida, I tell you guys that when I was those ages, I was very skinny and I looked very young for my age. When I was like around 11 and 12, I was short. I'm tall as hell now. But back then, I was really short, really skinny, and I looked like a little child. I was a child, but I looked like a child. So I already looked like the smallest person in class, the skinniest person in class, and everyone can see that visibly with their eyes. So if you're gonna be my friend and you're gonna try and crack jokes about me to try and impress some new kid to get brownie points, whatever you're gonna do, listen, I don't care how small I am, how nothing I am. No, I'm not about to keep my mouth closed. So obviously I started cussing back. She's talking about how, look at her, she's so skinny. I'm like, listen, I could fight you right now. I was like, I don't care if I'm skinny. I don't care if I'm short. I don't care if I'm small. Like, nigga, I will beat your ass. While all this is happening in class, I don't think Melissa expected me to talk back because I thought she probably expected me to know she was just playing and trying to impress this boy. But no, you're not about to embarrass me in front of everybody and make it seem like I'm the nerd of the class when this new guy doesn't know who's popular, who's nerdy, who's what. Like, don't try and play me, okay? So obviously I'm going back and forth. We go back and forth, and I know when Melissa's being serious and she starts to get serious. So when she starts getting serious, I'm getting serious. I'm like, you ain't about to get serious and I'm not about to get serious. So I'm like, I'll fight you right now. Like, what's good? Like, you think I care because you're tall and lanky as hell? Everyone's like, you can be 6'5". I'll fight you right now. So then Melissa, she all of a sudden, she's just like, okay, we're gonna go to the spot after school. So the spot was basically a complex, like a complex of stores, not loads of stores, just like a little complex of stores, usually like food stores, dollar store, like a laundrette, basically in a nice little complex, and then there's like a big grass part in the front of it. Everyone used to go there after school and get like snacks or chicken from the Jamaican store and stuff like that. So she's like, we can go to the spot after school. I'm like, okay, I'll be there. We get through the rest of the school day and the school bell rings. I didn't speak to Melissa for the rest of the day, obviously. And I kind of was just by myself because, like I said, Melissa was the girl I hung out with. I didn't really hang out with anybody else. So I kind of was just by myself for the rest of the day. So every day after school, my older cousin would come and pick me up in his white Benz and we would go home. But I knew that I had a point to prove and I had to get to the spot. I made sure as soon as that bell rang, I literally ran and took the side exit of the school so I can get to the spot because I know my cousin was going to be waiting out front and he'll be seeing me when I come out of the main school gate. So I had to go around the side. So I get around to the side and I go around to the spot. By this time I turn this corner, the whole school is already like on the way to the spot. And then some people see me and they're like, oh yeah. yeah, you better beat her up, you better beat her up. So everyone's like just hyping it up, hyping it up, hyping it up. And then the whole crowd of the school is turning around into the complex to go to the spot. So we all start gathering around the grass bit, because obviously you want to fight on grass, you don't want to fight on the concrete. So we're all on the grass bit at the spot. And I'm just looking around. I'm like, where's Melissa? Where's Melissa? Everyone's like, oh, she coming. She coming. And I'm like, okay, where's Melissa? I'm here. And she ain't here. She want to talk all that trash in school. Well, she ain't here. So I'm like, okay, cool. I start to take off my earrings, acting like I'm going to do something. And Melissa comes around the corner with some more people from the school. She comes with her tall self like, yeah, what's up? She starts doing a fight stance. I'm like, oh, she's doing the fight stance. So I'm standing here. I'm literally standing here like this. I'm like, okay, so what's good? Like, what do you want to do? I'm trying to act calm and I'm trying to act cocky. I'm trying to act like I'm on top of things, okay? Because I'm short, remember? So I just want to be that short girl who's just like, what you want to do? So Melissa's hype as hell. She's doing the fight stance. And then everyone's just like, yeah, fight. So then Melissa swings. Melissa swings first. She gives me a straight whoo, and I'm like, oh, okay. I dodge back. I give a, and then I know it's on. So we start fighting, punching. We fighting. She hits me, I hit her. She hits me, I hit her. And we do this for about, it felt like around 5 minutes, until this girl wants to start kick up her long dirty leg upon me. So she starts to kick up her long dirty leg and she kicks me in the stomach. And when I tell you that foot and stomach reached, it connected, and that connect winded me. I literally, like I probably didn't do that on the outside, but on the inside, it was literally, and I remember it hurting me so bad. I wanted to hold my stomach, but because I was in the middle of a fight, I did not. And I remember just all my breath was just gone and I could not breathe. At that point, I started to slow down. I wasn't even fighting. I was literally just standing there. Everything was hurting, okay? And this girl wants to kick up her foot again. When I say kick, she's giving big football boots, like, what? So she keeps kicking me over and over. She's just like, whoom. She's kicking me so many times. It felt like she kicked me at least 100 times, or she probably kicked me about 5 times before I literally almost fell on the ground. When I tell you, my head was so dizzy, my vision was so blurry. I could not see anything. I could not breathe. I could not even speak. I could not even speak to be like, stop, or I give up, or it's over. I literally could not do nothing. I felt my head going back, like I was about to just fall all the way back, fall onto the ground, and this girl is just gonna boot me until I die. So I was in this state of feeling for what felt like forever. I don't know exactly how long I was feeling like this, but I just remember my brain, because I could still think, I just couldn't get nothing out. And I just remember my brain saying to me, this girl is gonna beat you up and this could end badly. Wake your ass up. So before I could even fall to the ground, I caught myself, okay? I don't know where from, but I just got this gasp of air, I got a gasp of air and I came back to life. It felt like a video game, you know, like when you're just like, you're about to die, and then you get like a mushroom power boost or something and you're like, that is literally how I felt. I don't know where this power boost came from, but this power boost came and I'm glad it did. As soon as that power boost came and I woke up, I grabbed this girl's foot. She come to kick me again. So as soon as this girl lifted her dirty foot to kick me one more time, I grabbed that ankle and I dash it to the side. I ran round to the back of her now. I grabbed her by the back of her neck. This part of my hand was on her neck like this, and I'm tiptoeing because she's tall. So I'm tiptoeing like this and I'm like, from behind her head, and I'm just whamming her in the face. Wham. All of a sudden, we're still fighting. I'm feeling really, really good because I've got the upper hand right now. And then all of a sudden you hear sirens. Police saw us. They saw the big crowd. They saw that people were fighting. Said, break it up, go home. We stop fighting. The police clears the whole area. They come and get us, me and Melissa, and say, what school do you go to? We didn't want to tell them what school we went to because obviously we didn't want to get in trouble. But our badge was on the uniform, so they knew what school we go to. Oh, you go to Lauderhill Middle? Let's go. So the police basically took us back to school, took us to the principal, told us if we ever got caught doing that again, consequences would be greater. And then he left us with the principal. So the principal is obviously yabby 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 telling us off, saying, why are you guys fighting? And then even the principal was like, I thought you guys were friends. I see you guys together all the time. And then we just weren't saying anything. We were literally just sitting there, just out of breath. So basically, after the principal had already yelled at us, he basically said, get out. Go home. If you do this again, you will be suspended. He was basically saying you're lucky that it isn't during school hours, as you'll be suspended right now, and I'll be calling your parents. He goes, I'm not going to call your parents this time, but just know that you need to go home. At this point, already, I don't know how long I've been out of here, but I know my cousin's waiting for me at the front, and I know he's probably pissed because nobody else is here. Everyone's gone home. So he's probably really pissed. So as we're walking out of the school, it's just me and Melissa. There's no other kids. Everyone's gone home. So as we're walking, Melissa's like, you think this is over? This ain't over. We're going to fight again tomorrow. And I'm like, I don't care. We can fight again tomorrow if you really want these hands. Like, so she wants to fight me again tomorrow. I get outside of the front gate and I can see my cousin there with his white car. He's shouting at me. He's like, why it take so long? What I'm doing? So I'm like, sorry, I got into a fight. He starts laughing because he knew that I was like always fighting. Like every time he would take me to the park, I'll end up fighting someone. Like back in those days, I would literally fight someone every other day. So he was just laughing. He saw that my hair was all messed up and stuff. And he's like, oh, wait till you tell mommy. Wait till you tell mommy. And I'm like, I ain't telling mom, whatever. So he just takes me home. So I don't actually remember if I ended up telling my mum or if she, but all I know is I didn't get punished. I didn't get beat or I didn't get nothing for fighting. So that is what it is. So the next day now, my cousin takes me to school. He's like, I'm gonna be here on time as soon as the bell rings today. So don't be going to no spot and don't be trying to fight nobody. I'm coming to pick you up. It's like he's not playing. Well, my cousin's not playing. I know he's not playing. And he's like, you better be here. You're not going to no spot to fight nobody no more. You're not doing none of this foolishness no more. You better be here, as I swear to God, like basically. So I knew my cousin was really serious. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be here when you come to pick me up after school bell rings. So I'm going to school now. I'm thinking this girl wants to fight me again. So how am I gonna get out of fighting? Because I ain't got time for this. So even as I'm going into school, because I was wearing these, decided to wear these black rubber shoes, and it had like kind of a heel, like that much of a heel. Some black rubber, kind of like, I would say kind of like loafers, but with a heel. So I was wearing those, and I remember like this one boy, he was like, you can't fight in those shoes? I was like, yes, I can. He was like, ooh. Melissa must have told everybody there was about to be a rematch after school. So everybody in school throughout the whole day was talking about us about to fight again. And I'm thinking, okay, first period's gone, second period's gone, third period's gone. Like, we are going through this whole school day and I have to go fight this girl, and my cousin's gonna be hella pissed if I'm not outside when he's waiting for me. So when we had social studies, Melissa sits in front of me in social studies. So I'm thinking, okay, here's my chance. This is probably the only time of the day I'm actually gonna be near her where it's like a controlled environment. So I have to end this beef right now so I don't get in trouble by my cousin and my mom and everybody else after school. So I write a note. I write a little note saying, I like your shoes. I did not like her shoes. Her shoes were whack. They were so butters. So I wrote, I like your shoes on the paper. I folded it up and then I passed it to her in front of me. She takes the note from me and she opens it. And then all of a sudden she turns around in her desk. Thanks, girl. So I'm thinking, why is she so happy? Like, calm down. And then she starts talking, saying, oh yeah, my mom got these for me. She got these for me in Payless. Well, I don't know if she said Payless, but I want to say she said Payless because those shoes were ugly. And I'm just like, yeah, they're nice. And then she's like, and she starts talking really loud. And then the teacher's like, Melissa, shut up. Stop talking. So she's like, oh, sorry. And then basically after the bell rings, she was like, oh yeah, so you want to go and get something to eat? So I'm just like, no, I have to go home straight away after school today. That's why I sent you the note. That's why like I'm trying to make friends, because my cousin, he said if I'm not here, then there's gonna be consequences. So that's why I had to, you know, make friends. But we cool. She's like, oh yeah, we cool, girl, we cool. So I'm just like, okay. The bell rings, school's over, I go to my cousin, I don't get in trouble, and that was basically the time I almost fainted when I got into a fight. I mean, I think it was pretty funny how Melissa wanted to be my friend so quickly. Like, she wanted to be my friend in the first place, but just don't try and embarrass me in front of new kids, especially boys that are cute, okay? And think I'm not gonna do nothing about it. Me and Melissa, we actually were friends for the rest of the time I was in that school. It was just dumb, it was stupid, it was kid stuff. Anyway, I hope you guys like this story and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.
Yeah, she's got that good stuff. That's Tootsie Time, oh yeah. Comment and like the vid. Subscribe if you wanna. Yeah, she's got that good stuff. That's Tootsie Time, oh yeah. Tootsie Time, oh yeah. Tootsie Time, oh yeah.